Hi, I'm Jeremy, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do, and I'm going to show you a solo variant that I've developed for this game, Deja-Vu, which is a rather new game from Amigo Spiel. It's only available in Germany at the moment, but you can import it. I believe there are English rules on the publisher's website. And the game, it plays from 2 to 6 players, and it's one of the best fillers that has come out in recent memory. It's a memory game, and after I've played it, I've confounded myself with how badly I've done. So one of my things I wanted to do was figure out if there was a way that I could play this, solo, just to practice at it. So I came up with some rules. I'm going to take a few minutes to show you how those go, and then I'll just come back for some final comments, let you know what I think about the solo variant. To play this solo variant, all you're going to need is really just a timer, and I've just, from trying this a few times, I've come up with some guidelines. So essentially, if you're going to play on the easy level, you'll give yourself 4 minutes, the medium level 3 minutes, the hard level I would say about 2.5 minutes. It would be hard to accomplish this in less time than that. And then I came up also with a simple scoring thing, which I'll explain at the end of the game. So for those of you who don't know, the idea here is that there's this deck of cards, and on each of these cards, some of these objects are going to appear, one or more. And you're going to take 3 of them out at the start of the game. Those will only be revealed at the end. And what you're going to do is you're going to flip these over one at a time. And if ever an object appears for the second time in this deck, you're supposed to grab it and place it in front of you. So basically, you are going to have the objects that are on these 3 cards that you've taken out left ideally at the end, and those would be the only things left. All the others should be in front of you. Of course, if you flip a card, you see an object, and then you grab it, and then you flip another card and the object comes up again, you've made a mistake because you're not allowed to grab the object until you've made it twice. So because of that, in the normal multiplayer game, you would be out of the round immediately, but that doesn't make sense for a single player game. So I came up with a scoring idea that if you got it incorrect during the round, you just set it aside. It'll be a penalty pile and be negative points at the end. Similarly, if you've made a mistake and have an object that's on one of these cards, you'll also get negative points. So I'll show you that scoring in effect at the end, but I'll just demonstrate this how one round would play out. So I've set my timer here to 3 minutes, and I'm going to start flipping these cards. So one thing I'll note is that you could pace yourself here as you're flipping these cards. In a multiplayer game, players take turns flipping these cards, so some players might want to flip more quickly, some players might want to flip more slowly. Here, if you're just controlling it yourself and you have a sense of how much time you have left, you could take time to absorb what you're seeing. That's what makes the harder level harder. So we'll start with 3 minutes, flip a card. So I see an axe, so okay. Let's see, another axe, if we want to call a guitar that, rubber ducky, scooter, shell, fan, and some of these objects are very similar to one another. So scooter I definitely saw before, so I could take that, place it in front of me. So shovel, and at this point, I'm pretty much wrapped up in my own mind. This game is surprisingly brain-burning for something so light and simple. At least for me. Maybe that says something about my memory. So this fan, I believe I saw before. I'll take that. And you do kind of have to scan down here. Puzzle, I believe, is here twice to make sure you don't already have an object that's on here. Key and donut. I don't think I saw those. So now I'm already at the point where I have no idea. Hat, I feel like I saw it, but it might have been this. You can see here there's also a puzzle or a stamp with a hat on it, so I might have seen that before, but who could say? And then this and that. Okay. The gem I believe I saw before. I think all 3 of those weapons have come up. This, and this, I mean. Lipstick I think I saw before. So I have 1.5 minutes left. Mask I know I saw before. Light bulb I saw before. I don't think I saw those sunglasses. I'm not sure. Let's see. The stamp hat. Now I don't know which stamp or which hat I've seen before. I know I've seen the hat by itself. I don't remember what I saw first. If it was a stamp or that. Burger. Okay. I have 1 minute left, so I'm getting to the point where I'm running out of time. I have to do less talking, more more flipping. So, let's see. Now I'm certain I saw this. I'm certain I saw this. Banana, I don't know. Pear, I think I saw. Cone, I'm pretty sure I saw. I know I saw this. I think I saw the compass, but I'll risk it. I'll say I saw the compass before, because it looks like this clock over here. Roller skates, I don't think I've seen. I know I've seen this. I think I've seen the corn before. So I have actually quite a lot of these in front of me. This, I did not take, thankfully. This, I don't remember if I saw this. I saw the duck, I think. They look very similar, you could see. Banana I saw before. Shoes I don't recall. It might have been very near the beginning. The duck I saw. I feel like I saw this lollipop, and I feel like I saw this seashell. The corn, oh no, I have that already, so that's a mistake. The watch I know I saw before. The sunglasses. I have 4 seconds. The axe. Oh, I'm out of time. So, I've run out of time here. So, normally, so if, let's say I'd gotten through all the cards, I would be able then to just, double check, and if I had anything here that wasn't on the current card, but I felt like I'd seen it twice, in retrospect, I could go grab it into my pile. And I should note that in a multiplayer game, the round doesn't end until every player's had a chance to pass on taking any tiles here that are left at the end. So that's pretty similar to that rule. So now we can just see how I've done and score. So the rows, oh no, I think I have no, it's right here. Okay, so I'm safe with the rows. So yeah, it's very difficult to remember. This I don't have, this I don't have, the bell I don't have, so that's good. And then here, the key, the hat, see, I'm glad I didn't grab that. I was really waffling on that, and this. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things I did not grab when they came up a second time. I was pretty sure about those shoes, I just didn't want to risk it. But the way I'm scoring this, these won't count negative against you. So essentially all that you'll do to score is you'll count up the tiles that you have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And now in the multiplayer game, this alone would be enough to eliminate me, but I think that's a little harsh in a single-player game where you're trying to single-handedly remember everything. So I've made my rules more forgiving. So for an incorrect tile that you've grabbed during a round, I just take away 3 points. And again, if I'd made a mistake on one of these, I would take away 5 points. So my score for the round would be 18. And then the idea is that you're going to play 3 total rounds and total up your score for the 3 rounds. Since it's a solo game, you would just measure your score against how you've done in the past. So here I would have 18 for the first round. The catch with this game is certainly now, if I were to do this again, I'd probably do worse because I have a lot of these objects embedded in my mind already from the round I just played. So playing this 3 times in quick succession leads to a lot of careless mistakes. So that is how you would play the solo variant of Deja-Vu. Oh, okay, so this isn't a review. Obviously, I really like the game, Deja-Vu itself. I did post a review of that, so take a look at it. I'll just say that, in thinking about why, coming up with a scoring system made sense for this game, A, so you could compare your score over time, one game to the next, and B, because if in the normal game, one mistake will end the round for you. Here you have to be penalized for making a mistake because otherwise you have no incentive. If there wasn't a scoring system, you'd have no particular incentive to grab any tiles. I suppose you could do it with making one mistake gives you 0 points for the round, and just your score would be the number of tiles that you collected, but I felt that was a little bit harsh, especially because I tend to make mistakes most rounds when I play this, at least by myself. I tend to be grabbing way too many tiles, way more tiles than I would grab in a multiplayer game, not just because of speed, but also because of the other players. And I think that adding the simple timer here does do a lot to have that sense of stress that you feel when other players are hunting for tiles at the same time as you. So, I mean, I enjoy what I have come up with as a solo variant. I guess if you have any suggestions or ways that you think that this might be improved, I'd love to hear that. So you can leave me a comment or send me a note on Board Game Geek. Otherwise, yeah, I would highly recommend that you check out Deja-Vu, even if you're going to play it with other actual people. So, thanks for watching.